We tend to see ourselves as the pinnacle of evolution, right? The absolute rulers of this planet. But what if that's all just an illusion? What if, when you really get down to it, we're actually one of the weakest species out there? Let's dig into that idea.
I mean, it seems obvious. We've built massive cities, we've gone to the moon, so of course we're dominant. But is that really the only way to measure it? Let's start with the argument we always fall back on. There are just so many of us.
8 billion. That's a huge number. We are everywhere on this planet. That alone should make us the undisputed heavyweight champion, case closed. Well, not so fast.
Get this. We are outnumbered 3-1 by chickens. Yep, the very animals we raise for food. Suddenly that 8 billion doesn't seem quite so impressive, does it?
And this really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today, this whole illusion of domination. It kind of feels like our sense of being on top is based on rules we made up for ourselves, while we just ignore the absolutely incredible things other life forms can do.
But hey, it's not just about how many of us there are. What about our total weight? Our biomass. Well, if you could somehow put every single human on a giant scale, our combined weight would still be less than all the ants on Earth. That's right, tiny little ants outweigh us all.
And the truth is, when you strip it all away, as a species, we're physically pretty unimpressive. Blue whales are way bigger, gorillas are immensely stronger, and when it comes to how long we live, we barely even make it onto the leaderboard.
So now, let's just take a look at some of the incredible biological feats that other creatures are capable of. We're talking about abilities that are so far beyond any human limit, it's almost science fiction.
Our average lifespan, 80 years? It feels like a long time to us, but in the grand scheme of the animal kingdom, it's just a blink. Some sharks and turtles can live for over 200 years, and that's nothing. Deep-sea corals and sponges can survive for thousands of years, just silently watching human history come and go.
But imagine this. What if you didn't have to die of old age at all? Well, meet the immortal jellyfish. When this little creature gets stressed out or just too old, it can literally revert back to its baby stage and start its life cycle all over again. I mean, as long as something doesn't eat it, it could potentially live forever.
And what about regeneration? If one of us loses a limb, that's it. It's gone. But a starfish? If you cut off one of its arms, that single arm can regrow an entire new body. It's a biological superpower that makes our own healing look totally primitive. Our need for water is relentless. Go a few days without it, and we're in serious trouble. But then you have the thorny devil lizard in the Australian desert. This little guy can survive for years without ever taking a drink. It just collects morning dew in the tiny grooves on its skin. That is a level of toughness we can only dream of.
Okay, so if humans are this delicate, then who actually holds the title for the ultimate survivor? Let's meet the undisputed pound-for-pound champion of toughness on planet Earth.
Seriously, what creature do you think could withstand the most extreme conditions you can possibly imagine? Conditions that would wipe out a human in a split second. The answer is probably going to surprise you.
It's this microscopic animal, sometimes called a water bear. And honestly, it makes us look incredibly delicate, pathetic even. This little guy completely redefines what it means to be a survivor.
Just listen to this. They can survive in toxic environments for decades. You can boil them at over 150 degrees Celsius or freeze them to nearly absolute zero. They have even been exposed to the raw vacuum of outer space, and they survived. These are conditions that just completely defy our understanding of life.
So you put us side by side, and the contrast is it's staggering. Our skin is thin, our organs are vulnerable, and we need everything to be just right to survive. Our whole body is fragile. And the tardigrade? It's a master of survival on a cosmic scale.
And all of this brings up a really fundamental question about our own existence, doesn't it? If we are so biologically weak, how do you explain our success? Is our victory, our domination, maybe a lot more fragile than we like to think?
I mean, compared to these biological superheroes, we not only survived, but we've absolutely thrived. It's the great paradox of our species. We are physically weak, and yet we have managed to reshape the entire planet. How is that even possible?
When you measure us against the incredible, mind-bending resilience of life all around us, it really forces you to take a step back. Doesn't humanity's supposed domination feel, well, almost insignificant?